Hello guys, welcome to today's video. I'm sure you can attest to the fact that technology has become an integral part of almost everything we do, and this is not different for business organizations. We can see that most organizations are now trying to make use of modern technology to enhance their business operations. And so this brings us to a useful discussion on digital transformation and Industry 4. In today's video, we are going to delve into how most organizations or businesses are making the most out of the new technologies at hand to transform their businesses. And we will also take a look at what Industry 4 is. That is the fourth industrial revolution. We'll discuss it in detail to understand what it encompasses. Before we even start with today's video, I would encourage you to subscribe to Nascent Tutelage. We post very comprehensive lessons, and almost every week we are going to have a video. So you don't want to miss out. Please subscribe to the channel and do turn on your notification button. Thank you. Alright. So we will begin by explaining what digital transformation is. So digital transformation in its basic terms is when a business adopts digital technology in all areas of their operations. Okay, digital technology can be artificial intelligence, it can be Wi-Fi, it can be 5G, any technology that is digital. That is what we mean by digital technology. So when businesses try to incorporate or adopt digital technologies into their business operations, that's what we mean by digital transformation, meaning that that business is making a transition from the normal way of operating their business to a more digital way of operating their business. Okay, so to put this into context, I will take the transportation business model, for instance, as an example. When you look at how the transportation industry is run or operated, um, whether it is a taxi or a bus, if you want to go to a place, you go to the station or the bus stop, then you board the vehicle, you pay in cash, you sit in the vehicle, then it will take you to your destination where you will alight. This is the simplest way the transportation industry is operated. So then, how has the transportation industry been able to make a transition to the digital space? We take Uber for an example. When you look at Uber has revolutionized the way the transportation business model is supposed to operate. So Uber use digital technology to change this. One, instead of going to the bus stop or the main station to board the car, with the technological advancement of GPS, you can stand at any place and then you order for the vehicle to come to your location. Then another way is that instead of paying in cash, you can pay e-cash. These are all changes that has been made to the transportation industry and how it is operated. And all these changes have been effected through digital technologies. One of the key areas of digital transformation is that one is customer experience. Whenever a business makes a transition or whenever a business adopts or integrates digital technology into all aspects of the operations, customer experience always changes. And customer experience basically refers to the interactions that a customer has with the business. Okay. So for instance, when you look at some of the pizza companies like Domino's, they've adopted the digital technology of chatbots where instead of you waiting in a queue to make an order, you can just order it through the chatbot. So you don't have to wait in a queue. And so it's not only the chatbots. Most of them have applications where you can download their application or you visit their website. Then you sign in or you sign up for their service. Then you can make an order. They'll bring the food to your house. These are digital transformation because they are adopting what digital technologies to change the way they operate. And this changes customer experience because instead of you going to the restaurant to buy the pizza, you can just use your phone to order it and it changes how you interact with the business. So this is one key area of digital transformation, customer experience. Then also we have operational efficiency or process. Digital transformation also changes or makes operation of the business more efficient. It aims at reducing cost and making the process more efficient. For instance, when you look at the introduction of you being able to access your passport or get a passport online instead of going to the office, this has changed the entire process because first you have to go to the passport office, you fill the form, they'll give you some days, you come back for it. It's a whole lot of process. But with the adoption of the internet, um, you can just apply for a passport and then everything will be done for you remotely. Once it's ready, then you go for it. You need not go through all this process. It's not only the passport services. You take most of, for instance, with the banks, the introduction of ATM cards. Instead of going inside the bank to fill form, to fill the form, how much you want to withdraw, wait in a queue before they call you, go and withdraw from your account. Now with the card, just go to the ATM, any ATM that is nearby. Then you can withdraw or even make a deposit. So this is also another key area of digital transformation where the operation of the business has become more efficient. Okay. Then the last one is that the last key area is the business model. It is also important to know that digital transformation also leads to the creation of new business models. For instance, you take a look at Netflix. They've adopted technology to be to the extent that they've created new income streams. So you subscribe to Netflix, you pay your subscription before you can stream. These are new business models that were non-existent before the advent of digital technologies, but they've been able to leverage it to create new business models that is subscription-based streaming. So these are the key areas of digital transformation. All in all, the key areas are the most important aspect of digital transformation or the most visible aspect of digital transformation. When we say digital transformation, we are not just looking at you using technology in one aspect of your business operation, but you are looking at using technology in all aspects. So through the entire process, you are adopting digital technology. That's what I mean by digital transformation. And when you look at the examples I've cited, these organizations have basically changed their business models into a more digital one. Okay. So that's it for digital transformation. So we'll now go into industry 4. We'll look at what industry 4 is. But we cannot look at industry 4 without trying to understand the industries that preceded industry 4. And the very first one was industry 1, 1784, where we humans made a transition from manual labor or hard labor to mechanical production. So for the first industrial revolution, there was a shift from working with the hands to working with machines. And these machines were powered with steam or water. Okay. And then the second industrial revolution, this was the revolution where there was the introduction of electricity. So this led to electric powered machines, and this led to the production of automobiles and the introduction of more industries that produce fertilizers, dyes, and all other major industries. So the second industrial revolution was marked with the introduction of electricity, which led to mass production. Then we have the third industrial revolution. This was marked with the introduction of computers and other major electronic gadgets that we have. And then in today's world, we are now at industry 4, where we are trying to bridge the gap between the cyber and the physical world. So this is our focus, industry 4. We're looking at the key aspects of industry 4, and we cannot take away artificial intelligence, uh, robotics, smart technologies, Internet of Things, virtual reality, and all that. So in the subsequent slides, will explain in detail what Industry 4 is about and the major components of Industry 4. So one of the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4 is artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is basically computer systems that have been developed to perform tasks that are typically required of humans to perform. Okay. For instance, you take a task like reasoning. Reasoning is a task that human beings perform. Animals do not reason. Problem solving. These are all tasks that requires human intelligence. Where we are trying to develop computer systems that are able to perform these tasks. That's what we mean by artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is a part of Industry 4 because one, artificial intelligence is trying to bridge the gap between the cyber world and also the physical world. For instance, you have virtual assistants. So virtual assistants like Siri, Google Voice, and all that. These gadgets or these technologies or systems are now able to perform tasks that humans are required of. And without human intervention, these systems are able to go ahead and perform these tasks. For instance, Siri can play music. You can ask Siri to find an answer to something for you. ChatGPT, all these virtual assistants, they are able to perform tasks that requires human reasoning. Okay. And another aspect is voice recognition. Artificial intelligence is also able to recognize voice and also images. So instead of a human being working on that and being paid, artificial intelligence can take out that task. Another key component of Industry 4 is virtual reality. And this is a technology that creates artificial environment. And so with this technology, a user is able to experience um, a stimulated digital world. That is not the physical world. To put this into context, you take example like gaming. When you are playing a game, being it soccer or racing, you just play it from a screen, being it your mobile phone, your laptop, or maybe a gaming console. But with the virtual reality, it gives the person a feel of what the person is doing. So if it is a game you are playing, virtual reality makes you feel like you are part of the game. If it is driving or a racing game, it will give you that experience where you feel like you are part of those driving. You are not just playing the game, but you feel like you are not in the physical world, but you are in the game. Another example is movies. We have devices that when you put them on and you are watching a movie, it will feel like you are in the movie itself. So if it is a horror movie, you see that you'll be freaked out and all that. So that's what we mean by virtual reality. We also have Internet of Things under Industry 4. This is an emerging technology and it refers to any device that can connect to the internet. So everyday devices, appliances, and systems that have sensors in them to collect and share data over the internet. That's what we mean by Internet of Things. When you take a typical example of a watch is a watch basically performs the function of um, telling you what the time is, and maybe setting an alarm or using it as a stopwatch. Basically, that's what a watch does. But we are in this era where we now have smartwatches. For instance, these smartwatches, as you can see, a typical example of Internet of Things. You can link your mobile phone with it. You can use the watch to make phone calls. You can use the watch to play music. You can use the watch to monitor your messages, WhatsApp messages, Facebook messages, and all that. So this is a typical example of Internet of Things. Any device that can connect to the internet to share information. And one is the smartwatch. Okay. And another typical example is the Amazon Echo device. So with this device, you can use it to set alarm. You can use it to do your grocery shopping. Once you set it up with your account, you can also even use it to play music and all the good stuff. We have a lot of examples. We have um, smart bulbs that you can clap your hands and it will turn off. We have doors that have sensors. Once you come close, an alarm will beep. So basically, everyday devices that has been connected to the internet to be able to share information or data is what we mean by Internet of Things. There is also 3D printing, and this was not possible in Industry 3, you know, but now 3D printing is possible, and it is the process of making physical objects out of digital designs or files. And 3D printing is now used by most organizations, businesses, and even educational institutes. Typical examples are jewelry models, like the one we can see now, where people print a part of the body, being it the neck, and then they will place their jewelry on it so that customers can see how the jewelry will look on them. You know, we have 3D printed um, legs that the businesses will display their anklets on the 3D models to demonstrate how it looks on the customer. People are also using 3D printing in the medical field. We have 3D models of the human anatomy. We have 3D models of the respiratory system, the reproductive system, the digestive system, what have you, where we used to demonstrate to students how the various human processes goes. You know. And all this is possible in Industry 4. People are also using 3D printing to make signage. Most of the billboards we see out there, they are now adopting 3D printing just to make their business more attractive to customers when they see it during the night. So 3D printing is one key aspect of Industry 4 that is very much displayed in almost all the fields. And these are just some typical examples of 3D printing in use. The last aspect of Industry 4 that we want to look at is robotics. And this has to do with the design and operation of robots. Robots are machines that have been developed or created to assist with a variety of tasks that humans perform. And the main purpose or one of the reasons why we have robots is that most organizations want to reduce operational costs. So they try to adopt the use of robots. We have industrial robots, that is robots that have been um, created to assist with mass production. So when you take a car or an automobile production company, they have robots that assist with various mechanical tasks like welding, assembling of vehicles and all that. We also have robots that are being used in the medical field to perform surgery. We have robots that are used to provide customer service and even help with repetitive tasks. So robots are doing quite a number of tasks that humans can perform just to make it more efficient and cost effective for most organizations. And aside that, most robots are also there to perform jobs that are more hazardous to people, such as finding of survivors in during earthquakes and natural disasters, when it's very difficult for human beings to go on the rescue. In such situations, we have robots that have been designed to serve as survivors or rescuers during shipwrecks and other accidents. So basically what we've done today is that we've looked at digital transformation, we've explained what it is, and we've also emphasized that digital transformation has to do with trying to integrate technology in all aspects of a business operation. And we've looked at key case studies like that of Uber and other organizations. We also looked at Industry 4, and our focus was on the key aspects of Industry 4. That is the industry we are currently in today's world. We looked at artificial intelligence, virtual reality, Internet of Things, 3D printing, and also robotics. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Do subscribe to our channel for more comprehensive videos. See you next time.